doing a video here. I happen to be underneath the car. Hope you can see this. There you go. This is my Volvo s60r, and I've got an oxygen sensor here that I had a hell of a time figuring out what to do. But this is the bank one sensor one. There's this gray piece, and all you do is you get a screwdriver right up in here and press this way. I know this isn't in focus, but I'm doing my best here. There we go. So all you do is you press this that way. You get the screwdriver in here and go that way. And the only way to reach this is to have your hand up in here. And this is by the wheel well. And theoretically this piece should separate. This is near the front driver's side wheel well. Let's see. Yes. Boom. Got it. So you just go like this with your fingers and this comes off. So the oxygen sensor for bank one sensor one is here on the manifold. Excuse me. This is actually the downpipe off the turbo. This happens to be an aftermarket downpipe. But I actually used a pipe wrench to get at this, and it worked quite well. So now that this is loose, all I have to do is go back to top and undo it. Now, this is kind of hot actually right now, so I may wait a little bit to remove this. But let's go back to the top and have a look. One of the problems with manuals, like the Haynes manual, is it says remove connectors. Well, that's not helpful, you know. It just is not. So there's the oxygen sensor. Here's the wire for it, and there's the sensor there. And this wire goes all the way over. There it is in the center of the screen. Goes down, let's see here, right here, and it disappears beyond the, again, I have an aftermarket intake tube here, but it just disappears. So there are clips, and of course this is a little hot, but there are clips, and you just undo that. Once it's released from underneath, from inside by the wheel well here, then you should just be able to pull it right up. Let's see if I can actually do that. Yep. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all I got to do is twist that out. It's kind of hot right now again, so I'll wait a minute, untwist that, put the new one in, and I'll show you that process if I can. Here's the rub spot on the original sensor. So on the new one, I'm actually just going to put some duct tape around this particular spot, make it a little harder to wear through. Let's see. Yeah, the wires themselves don't look messed up, but still. So here's the new guy, same as the old guy. Gonna put some grease on here. Put some duct tape on this section so it doesn't rub. These pieces here look like they might actually be useful. Don't know if there's a spot to click them in or not. They do actually have anti-seize on this already, so I don't need to put any additional. So I'm just going to untwist this. Wow, that thing's fouled. What do you think, Megan? Time for new. That's fine. I don't feel so bad now. Junk. All I'm going to do is twist the new one in. So I'm going to screw this back in by hand. This is brand new. And then we'll put the other end in. Now this is just in hand tight, but I'm going to put the clips in. Clip there. And then there's a clip over on the intake here. Actually, this is not the intake, this is the charge pipe, I think. Can I see that? Yeah, there's the clip, right back here. Clipped in the clip. So right down in here, don't know if you can see that, but right down in here is the other quick clip. And now we're going to go under the car. The quick clip is just a positioner, it's more or less irrelevant. And there it is, all greased up, hanging down. I'm sorry, this is going to be mostly by feel. Gonna have to pause this because I need a second hand to brace myself. Just to prove this is actually possible to get single-handedly. Now it's right. I'm sorry if you cannot see this. No, I don't know exactly how to get these two pieces together, so I think you push them together and then you push the keeper over. One of the problems with doing this with a phone is that you there it goes. That's all the way in. That little round piece there has got to be inside this gray keeper. So let's click over the gray keeper. Should click. Click. Looks good to me. Now let's get my hand out of here. I'm gonna tighten that up so it's actually tight. And hopefully that'll be that. So now that's tight, we should be good. It's clipped up top, it's clipped down below. We have an oxygen sensor in. The code on this was p0132, I think. I will confirm that. And we'll make sure that in 60 miles we're good. So we're good down there, and we're clipped in all the way back there. There's two keeper pieces on the clip of the sensor there. Do actually have a spot to go in the frame effectively, and I found those, and it's very difficult to film, so I apologize for that. But this is how to put in an oxygen sensor. And oh, by the way, the reason we're doing this is because the car is now back on the road, but it needs an emissions test, so it didn't want to pass because of this. So the car is now back on the road. Very exciting. This has been a long process, and I will post videos of my rebuild of this car eventually. So again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.